Good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender. It's Sunday, November 30th, 2025. So we're taking a look at Bitcoin and also the cannabis market, MJ. If we have time, we'll look at MSauce as well. But I want to do a top-down analysis here. And today we're on Bitcoin. We're going to do this from the futures here. I'm going to use IBIT on a daily basis, IBIT, for your daily observations and analysis when I include those in the daily updates. Okay, so I'll use that one ETF, but we only have limited information from IBIT. We're only covering about this much of the time frame, and we need more information if we're going to go top down, because I do think this is a higher cycle top here. And look, so I'm not trying to be doom and gloom and stuff like that, but you have to be aware of the monthly and even the quarterly times. We're not going to look at the quarterly today for these divergences that are taking place, and those could, get a big reset for the markets here. So opposite of cannabis, make sure you stick around for that. Okay. I've been pounding the table on cannabis. It's going to be the best trade in the next decade. All right. We've already started trading it. We're trading it in the Discord. And by the way, if you want to be part of that Discord, it's only 99 cents to be a YouTube supporter. So jump in there with us. And if you want more analysis, I just did all the individual names that we cover for cannabis. We just did a quick review on them, and I'll post that video. I'll link it at the end here. And, that's $4.99 a month if you want that additional information. Okay, so let's just jump into it. We have the monthly time frame on Bitcoin. It's BTC. This is the futures. And if just right off the bat, looking at this does appear to be a 1, 2, 3, and you could say 4, 5, but I do believe that this is an expanded flat here. That's a bull trap. You had the high here. I think that's wave 3. You get your A, B, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move for C. That's an expanded flat into a wave 4, or you could possibly say a 1, 2, 1, 2. And then we're looking at this being a possible cycle in itself that at minimum, I think we're just going to correct this cycle here. All right. So with that said, this could be a 1, 2, 3, and then you get the this last ending diagonal here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to complete. Okay, and we're just now starting off this correction. Okay, so the reason why, at this point you could start using Fibonacci's, and we go from this low here. This is a major cycle low, and you could take it up to the top. All right. And so at minimum, we're really looking for this area here to retest the highs and possibly all the way down here to 39,000. So, I think at minimum for this, like very minimum, that we're going to get back into the 50,000 area. All right. 58,000, 55,000, whatever the case is. And then I think it's more likely that we make it down to about 40,000. I know there's been talk about 16,000 and things like that. Again, I'm not really in that camp yet, so we'll just have to see how it plays out. But you notice that there's a 50-month moving average. That's a good spot for a nice reaction, and that's a test of the former highs as well. So if anything, if you're trading, that's just a great point to come back to. But it's going to take time. All right, we're at the 20-month moving average right now. So clearly we're getting a reaction off of it. And let's go down to, let's first look at why are we starting to get worried. You have your peaks here. This is why I think it's an ending diagonal. You have your 3 peak. It's a typical characteristic of an ending diagonal, where your wave 3 ends here. And then you get your peaks as the price goes up. And there's actually another divergence right in that last peak that went up there. All right, so the market's getting weaker. It's been leading. It's obviously risk off, and I do believe the stock market is this is a good leading indicator for the stock market to sell off as well. And so you're getting this sell signal here on the slow stochastic and finally starting to break range. All right. And this is the big dog. This is the big deal here, where the MACD is getting its bearish cross on the monthly time frame right now. And the histogram is red and it's starting to cross. All right. Okay, so that's your basic analysis there. Again, this is it, at minimum, the MACD is going to cycle down to the 0 line at this point, and that should take us down to the targets that we're talking about. Let's go to the weekly. On the weekly time frame, you see these things starting to add up here. You have your 200 moving average on the weekly time frame, which is a really, really big deal, okay? And that comes right into that same Fibonacci zone. You can put on volume nodes, and you'll notice that all this trading right here is going to matter. So this whole range here, as well as the that was the former all-time high. All right. So if you start to break here, I don't think it will last very long, but you do have you could draw kind of like a triangle in here as well, where you'll have a point of control right down in this area here where the 786 is, where 40,000 is. So if you do end up breaking this zone here, again, this probably get a flush before starting some sort of new cycle up here. And yeah, and then at that point, you know, you'll be able to do another analysis on these things. You'll be able to go down to your weekly and monthly time frame, and they should be well oversold. You should have positive divergences. And again, we're at the 100 right now with oversold conditions, so clearly we're going to look for some sort of bounce. Okay, but this still is cycling lower, and I think this cycle goes all the way to the bottom area. We're negative. We're at that 0 line, so it's a very typical spot for you to get a reaction again. Okay, and this could whipsaw above that yellow line. The leader line's blue here. Could whipsaw above it, or could just test it before going lower. And it's difficult to tell on these time frames what the wave count is. From just the weekly, it looks like you only have your 1, 2, possibly 3, 4, and then maybe get a 5 down here. But we'll see. Let's go to the daily. So on the daily time frame, you could key in a little bit closer, and it does look like one wave here, another wave here, and depending on what wave this is, this could be another 1, 2, 3. You get 4. It's pushing off that daily 8 EMA, which we always talk about, that being the 8. The 8 EMA is the momentum indicator. Momentum still to the downside. All right, so we could easily make new lows at this point. And then the trend is the 20-day moving average. So it's clear. This is such a speculative thing. I know that a lot of people want to separate Bitcoin from the rest of the market, but the fact is, money, when there's risk on, it goes into Bitcoin. It goes into the peripheral names in it. It goes to all the coins, all the altcoins and things like that. And when that money's taken out, it's almost like, this is almost like a proxy for the tech market. You know, this leads the tech market in a way, almost like semiconductors. So in my opinion, I think this is telling us that something is wrong, risk is coming off, and we're going to see that effect into the market as well. All right, so putting up the indicators here, we had our bounce. We're oversold. We had our bounce now. Could have bounced higher. It could form an A, B, and go up higher for a C. Maybe it's a higher degree. We need a higher degree bounce. Okay. And so the slow stochastic, you'll have to pay attention to that. Once this starts to roll over, then we should see the continuation to the downside. Now, you do see this cycling all the way down. So that could tell me if we get this cross here and we don't have any divergences, all right, we're in a downtrend, so you would suspect that there would be divergences as price goes down there. So as soon as we see this cross, It doesn't necessarily, because the momentum is so hard to the downside right now, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're starting this whole new bull market or anything like that. So look for divergences, look for setups, look for support and resistance. We're at these former highs at this point, and you see these lows, and we're at there right now. So if this is some sort of quote unquote major bottom at this point, then what are we looking at? Well, let's draw it in. Then if we can keep those lows where we are, then we'll probably look for something like this. Let me just draw this in. Boom. And boom. That would give us our move down to that zone right there. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, neckline, boom. And you can do your measurements and stuff like that. It brings us into this zone. Okay. So there's your simplicity, and watch this 200. If we do, I'm not playing this bounce right now. If you do end up playing this and it does hold this 85,000 area, then you could look for individual name like MicroStrategy. It's really oversold. So, you know, those are some proxy names that you can get into. Mara, oh my gosh, I'm losing it right now. So yeah, you know, there's more names out there as well. All right, so let's kind of do the same thing real quick on cannabis. And I think this is just super, super important. I think if you're not looking at this, you're missing out on this huge opportunity for, oh, there's your trend line as well. You're missing a huge opportunity here. And just right off the bat, first of all, here's some of the names that we cover on cannabis, and I think I'll do the same thing for Bitcoin and the peripherals. I don't trade on different markets for different coins and stuff like that, but I will use different proxy names that are tradable by Thinkorswim. So just looking at this right off the bat, you should be so excited about this. You have your bullish falling wedge. You had the breakout already. We've been screaming and hollering at this. We started buying, I believe, a little bit of, I think around $30. And we kept accumulating $30 all the way down, all the way down. As a matter of fact, we caught Tilray near the bottom at 37 cents. We were buying it. Insane. All right. This is our IRA. We have not been trading too many options on this yet. This was the only thing that I was looking to trade options on MJ so far. But you had your breakout from the wedge, and we're just back testing it. That's simple. We're just now getting market structure on the higher time frames, and it's just really exciting to buy shares here. And then Tilray's doing a 10-1 split. Reverse split, and we'll be looking for that to trade options in, and that's I'm calling it the Tesla, not the new Tesla, where it only trades like 80% IV. We're talking the old Tesla when it was trading 100-200% volatility, implied volatility. Okay, so anyway, we're finally starting this structure. We'll have this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and we'll look for this to break out. Insanity if you're not looking to get into this right now. So we are pulling back. So you're going to see this slow stochastic do some sort of shenanigans here. I don't know if it's going to cycle all the way through with this being a bull market. After these candles, the monthly close here, we should see this. It might even be cycled down already, but what we could start to see is maybe a uptrend. All right, so this moves down and we get a little higher and a little higher. So we'll see what happens with that. But we had this huge positive divergence, gave us this rip to the upside, and now we're forming some positive market structure. All right, now there's other buy signals and such on this, but we're not going to go through that here. So let's go to the weekly. On this weekly time frame, I was looking for, wasn't sure if we were going to get there to get to this level up there first. Now that didn't happen. That's okay. That's fine. With that, it would have been just too pretty. You had your left shoulder head and a symmetrical right shoulder. It's okay. It's leaning over, but now we're just back testing this wedge breakout. Now I was putting this line here. It's just kind of a guess on where it might hold. Right here is where we're going to put it for now. If it does go a little bit lower, we'll just move it. I'm just looking to establish some sort of trend line, and then on the lower time frames, it should hold at some point there. So we're at the 50 week moving averages on the weekly time frame. A beautiful spot, beautiful. And you're going to see how good this is going to look on the daily as well. So pulling up our information here, we're oversold, and we're starting this bull market here. So we're oversold already, and the slow stochastic is starting to possibly get this curl up here. All right, and so what the MACD said, well, you're getting this bearish cross, right? Yeah, above into bull territory. Now we're coming back to that zero line, and it should continue to move higher at this point. Now, another thing that we could look at, and we talked about this with the members, is that we could get another 1-2. So I'm looking at this as being a 1-2 setup, bull setup, but you could get another 1-2. All right, and the 2 is probably going to be less, not as steep. It's probably going to be more shallow, and then higher from there. This could just be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moving higher, or it could be a 1, 2, 1, 2. You could even get a ascending triangle formation in there. Lots of things that could happen, but we're holding on to some good moving averages here, and oversold on the weekly time frame. So checking out the daily. All right, we're at this. Now there's your neckline right there. We're at this 200-day moving average. All right, perfect. A lot of people call this moving average the kind of threshold for a bull market or bear market. Okay, so we're holding on top of that. We're in oversold conditions. We have positive divergence on something here. It's on the lower time frame, so we don't have positive divergence here, but we have the cycle all the way through here. We're looking for a continuation of the cycle to the upside. All right, and we're getting the slow stochastic. It might roll over, but again, we could see something like this where it rolls over, gets a higher low on there. But we're in oversold conditions, and we're starting to come out of that on the 200 moving average. So I do suspect that this will hold. It could make another low, according to MSauce. Could make it a little bit more, but we'll see. Maybe they diverge. Maybe MSauce makes a new low and MJ does not. Okay. All right. So I think that's pretty much it, you guys. I recommend. So you have your neckline here. So if you draw, if the spot holds where we're at the 200, or if it goes a little bit lower, we'll adjust it. Then look at this. Here's what happens. I talk about it all the time. You get this equilibrium. All right. So you have your neckline, and now we're establishing some sort of higher low. You probably, get some sort of move, maybe even back and forth. We'll see, but this is going to be some sort of equilibrium here. And then on the breakout or breakdown, you can start playing options. You could start doing different things with this now. All right. We're no longer in a downtrend necessarily. We're starting to establish an uptrend. And I think this happens for a decade or more and makes new highs, as a matter of fact. Okay. All right, you're talking tens of thousands of percents of gains holding this for a long time. Have a wonderful day, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.